The following is a paid commercial program paid for by Currie Health and Wellness Diagnostic Center. The opinions and views expressed in this program belong to its sponsors and are not those of this station or their affiliates or employees.
Hello again for Dr. Keith Currie. I'm Dave Woodman. Dr. Currie's here with a second-generation satisfied patient today. We'll meet Tanner Skidmore from Camden and hear his story of how Dr. Currie has helped him get relief from severe back and leg pain without surgery. But first, I need you to get your pen and paper so you can write down the number at the bottom of your screen. That's the number to call to get your free report from Dr. Currie about neck, severe low back and hip pain, as well as spinal stenosis, sciatica, and leg pain. That report is a $19.97 value, but when you call that number, we'll send it to you free. Hey, Tanner, thanks for coming in, but before we hear from you, I want Dr. Currie to tell us why Tanner is such an important patient.
When you have kids, you love all your kids equally, and I love and care for all of my patients equally. But Tanner was special to me for a different reason, because whenever I met Tanner when he was a little kid, and he came into my office with his dad, Bill Skidmore, who had had failed surgery. And Bill was desperate for help, like so many of my patients. And, Tanner and his sister were sitting over on the side, and they were well-behaved kids. And it was just a really neat experience, because Bill was my first patient from Camden. And that's a 2.5 to 3 hour drive from Conway, depending on where you are. And a lot of my patients travel. But Bill was in my earlier years. I mean, about 15 years ago was when Bill came in. And so when he came in, it changed his life. And then flash forward all these years later, Tanner comes in. And Bill sent Tanner to me, his son, who I had met all those years ago. And then Tanner's having big time problems with his back and leg pain. And Tanner, it just so happens, is my 51st patient from Camden. So Bill was number one, Tanner the son is 51st, and now Tanner it's changed his life as well. And it's just been a tremendous blessing, and it was just really exciting. And I felt a lot of pressure, to be honest with you, because I helped the dad. Yeah. Well, I better be able to help the son. And I'm so glad it worked out both ways.
Well, Tanner, let's just turn to you and find out. We'll ask you first what the pain was like before you came in to see Dr. Currie.
Well, I'll say this: nobody truly understands that type of pain until they experience it. You can't go to sleep hardly. If you do go to sleep, you have to take something to help you sleep. And driving in the truck on the way to the treatment is just awful, And the pain, you have that pain in your lower back, depending on where it's at. And it ran from my lower back down the right side of my leg, on my right leg, all the way to my ankle.
Okay, now, Tanner, you're a young man, and I know we talk about pain, but sometimes we don't talk about the emotional effects of that pain. What did you think your life was going to be like?
I wasn't sure if I'd ever be able to overcome it. I did physical therapy, anti-inflammatories wasn't doing it. And it messes with somebody emotionally, mentally, and physically. You can't be the man or even the husband you really want to be because of the pain. And I tell you what, Dr. Currie really lined me out. So.
Well, physical pain can bring on emotional insecurity, instability, and I'm sure that was beginning to affect your life. Camden is in South Arkansas. You consulted a doctor just down the road in our neighboring state of Louisiana. How did that go?
Well, heck, like he didn't have time for me, to be honest. I'd ask questions. As I was asking questions, he got up and started walking towards the door. You don't experience that with Dr. Currie. He cares. He genuinely cares about his patients. His most favorite part is fellowship with his patients. He loves talking to his patients and really get to know them.
Okay, Tanner, thanks for coming in. Your father is a very wise man. Another life completely changed, folks, naturally, non-invasively, without injections or surgery, by Dr. Keith Currie. Why don't you see if Dr. Currie can help you? Call that number you wrote down to get your free report so you can get started on getting the help you need. But first, I need you to get your pen and paper so you can write down the number at the bottom of your screen. That's the number to call to get your free report from Dr. Currie about neck, severe low back and hip pain, as well as spinal stenosis, sciatica, and leg pain. That report is a $19.97 value, but when you call that number, we'll send it to you free.